Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Joe Blake here with the Virtual Book Club. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. Hey, uh, got a little bit behind the power curve there. There was a water buffalo jackknifed on the I-10, so I got here a little late. The road back kind of backed up, I think. Anyway, I'm here. I'm here. Got some information to share with you on the Virtual Book Club. Again, we're working from our book about the influence. And let me get our presentation up here so we can start. At least I'm here, man. I'm here. Here we go. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. There we go. Book club, all about reading, all about understanding, all about getting some new information. That's just the way I am. Get you more information here. So, here we go. Here we go. Mondays, generally at one. Okay. All right. So the book of influence about authentic communication. The author we're talking about here now is Adrian Velasquez, and she's talking about being authentically you, being who you are. Yeah, because that way you being who you are, people know who they're looking for. So she's talking a story about when she began, and she was asked uh, began her career. She started working. Someone asked her, "Let me see your resume." You know, I'm quite sure that resonates with a lot of us when we started working for the very first time. Someone asked us for our resume, and when they asked that question, we were like, "Oh my God!" They want me to write down where I've been, what I've done, and who I've worked for, and it's like, oh man, you get this headache in your head, especially when you never worked for someone. What's your first time? Hopefully, somewhere along the line, if you were in high school, you did some summer jobs somewhere along the line. I know when I was a kid in Baltimore, uh, they had summer jobs for those, when you were in high school, and they help you get some experience. I think, well, not think. I know when I was in Baltimore in the summertime, I worked at the. I know it's going to sound kind of snooty, but I worked at the Enoch Pratt Free Library for 2 summers. Each summer came around, Pratt Free Library downtown in Baltimore. I used to, someone wanted to reserve a book. They would call it into the library. I'd go search out the whole library to get the books. Now, nope, I wasn't sweating. I got kind of snooty with stuff. I wanted to work in the office building and all those things when I got older. Uh, so, second summer did the same thing. And now I remember I was like, man, I like this stuff, man. Dressed up, didn't have to sweat. Like, uh, I like this type of work. Then I joined the Air Force, and that kind of went away for a while. Being a firefighter, but still, that's how I got started. But you build your resume that way, and then I worked at McDonald's, so that didn't happen either. But anyway, I was on the grill, sweating it that way. But when someone asks you for your resume, and you first get going, it's like it knocks the wind out of you. It knocks the wind out of you. But you have to know who you are and just write it down. And if you just coming out of high school, just getting out of college, and you really have no work experience to write it down, it's just what it is. You, don't be afraid. This is the point she was making. This, don't be afraid. Say who you are. No need to fabricate it. No need to make it up. Hey, bam, this is what I did. You know. In her case, she was mentioning how her sisters had different types of degrees and she didn't. So I had no one because I was the only boy and no brothers. My sister was younger than me. Right. You're like that, and you're like, wow. So what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of when someone asks you for your resume? You're afraid that they find out that you think you don't have any skills, you think you don't have any experience. They're gonna find out you think you don't know nothing. Oh my God! You gonna realize I don't know it. I don't have a skill. So what do? You say? You try to say nothing. You try to say you try to say that you don't want to be anything, you don't want to do much. No, you gotta say something. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid what someone does or doesn't do or say or doesn't say to you. Uh, say what you got, say what's on your heart and on your mind. And then she realized that everything she touched was turning into gold. Everything she started to do was turning into things. She realized that she was able to um, create things. She had overcome her fears, she had overcome anxiety, overcome her self doubt, and replace those things with that were causing replace those barriers in her life to get over it. And now, when I was doing the Air Force, my thing was I was afraid of fires, so I had to get past that point. And yeah, some people are still afraid of fires. I understand that because fire is one no one wants to find themselves in that situation. I remember the very first fire I experienced was training fires, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And, we was there, and I was going into the building, and I froze. And I was like looking at the fire and the top of the building, inside of the room, and I was like, "Man, look at that!" And it was hot. You can feel it. You can feel it on, feel it on your clothing, your firefighting gear you had on. You can feel it was warm, and I was like, "Man, feel that." It didn't hurt because it was like below zero. Because I was in Geneva at the time, and it was freezing out there. I was like, "Hold on for a second. Let me get some of this heat first." And then my instructor, Son Gajewski, said, "Oh," puts me in the back, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I got to get in here." But that helped me overcome my fear. That shove in the back helped me overcome my fears. So sometimes you get that shove in the back that gets you moving, that gets you going, and helps you get on your way to going down that road of success, going down, overcoming that fear, and just moving forward despite um, what's stopping you. Got to get that. Got time to get that shove. And the shove could, for me, it was a physical shove. Someone else, it could be getting tired of doing, getting tired of going through the same thing over and over again, and they push themselves to the next level, push themselves to the next process. It could be something that's stuck in your life that you're saying, I don't want to be this way anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And that's their way of, okay, I need to go to the next level. I need to go to the next purpose. I don't want my life to be this way. I got, you know what? Everybody in my family has been this way, so I got to finish this class. I got to finish this degree, and be the first. Because once you be the first, you never know if you're in school. You never know who's watching your life. You never know who's watching your life, and they see you do it and say, "Oh man, that guy did it. That guy in the family did it. I'm going to do it too." You get a business, they follow with a business. For me, I had two uncles, Uncle James and my Uncle Calvin. And Uncle James was my dad's side, and Uncle Calvin was my mom's side. Those are my two. No, not two. I call them like the two uncles, tail two uncles. Those two guys helped me push myself and make me a business owner. So um, you need those type of people in your lives. And then with that Adrian Velasquez, her thing was that she was not just an influencer or influence people to buy, but she also influenced people she influenced them, she inspired them to believe in themselves. And sometimes you know you have those type of influences in your life that hey, you can do this. You can be this way. I look back at it myself and I said, I have friends that we came from the inner city of Baltimore. We got to we make this happen. I write a book. A friend of mine, two doors down, Neil, he wrote a book. Then Neil wrote a second book. I'm like, who does do this writing two books? Well, it inspired me to write my second book. My second book's coming out in January. We'll talk about it shortly. We inspire one another. When I was getting my PhD, Neil was like, "What? Yeah, I'm gonna get my master's. He went and got his master's. That inspiration back and forth. We help inspire one another because we're in the hood, man. We're in 900 block of Sugar Street in West Baltimore, and no one really expects anything to come out of West Baltimore that's worth anything. But we didn't care. We were going for it in life, going for it. And you out there, you the same way. You probably where you come from, you're the only one like you and your family. You like you in your area, but you went for it. You kept pushing forward. You kept making it happen, and you didn't let anything get in your way. And because you are who you are, other people they're looking at you. Your cousins looking at you. Your uncles looking at you. Your nieces and nephews are looking at you. They're seeing how's this dude gonna make it? How this lady gonna make it? And they based on what you have done, they follow it. You ain't gotta say anything. You ain't gotta do anything. They're looking at you. Said, okay, if this happens and this happened over there, I'm doing it. And you don't have to say a word. They follow on that. And I thank God that I seen my uncle and my dad's side who owned the clothing store. Sugar Ray Leonard bought a suit from his shop. Sugar Ray Leonard. I seen that. I was like, oh man. And that was when Sugar Ray Leonard was at his height. And he bought his suit. Uncle James showed me the receipt where he signed. I was like, man, you know how much an impression that made on me? Well, look, I'm 57. I'm still talking about it. I was a little boy. Yeah, and I was like, oh man, I mean, Sugar Ray bought something from my uncle. I was like, man, smoke chest roll up. I was like, yep, I'm gonna be big time like my uncle. Yep. My uncle Calvin, he taught me, man. We went from crabbing on the side of the ocean in Baltimore. We caught some crabs with chicken. Again, you know, realize you crabs like chicken just like us. We got some chicken on the string, cut the crabs. Yeah, got some crabs. Then we sold the crabs on the corner in Cherry Hill. There's a supermarket in Cherry Hill. I don't know what's there now, but it was a supermarket over there. Stood on the corner, sold those crabs. Got those crabs. He paid us, me and my cousins. Candy was there too. Candy was my aunt. Candy was there with us too. We sold those crabs. Then we took us to the store so we can buy a metal cage. So we upgraded the business. And instead of being on the edge of the water, we went to a bridge and threw it over the bridge. And then he said, well, the crabs get around the bridge because we got a little algae there. You catch more crabs there. He taught us how to invest back into our business and then upgrade with new equipment. So I learned that when I was a kid. I was, I was a kid. So that uncle taught me the mechanics like that. So man, 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 that's what we have to return back to our children and our kids, not these our nephews, so they understand how to be independent. And that's how it rolls. That's how it happens. You got to bring them around you, show them how to do it. You ain't got to tell them, just show them and let them grow from it. My uncles never said, no, 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 no. No, they said, let me show you this. Let me show you that. Let me show you that. Boom. That was it. All you got to do is show them. And they'll take it from there. They'll take it from there. All right. So, just another picture from the financial literacy seminar that I gave the 16th of September. This friend of mine right here, James Clark. I let him run the game, the cash flow game there. Folks came and learned about how to accounting, investment, and finance all in one little game there. Going to have this again probably in March of next year coming in March of 2024 when I launch my book, my second book that's going to be launched. Uh, you'll see that there. Um, I like this game. I tell my children how to look. My children when they were kids how to learn this game. Now all four of my kids have master's degrees. Trying to catch up with my sons are attempting to do the PhD. They may continue. Just I don't whether they do or not doesn't matter. Them boys, everybody got masters. I am good. I am so happy that has happened. If they stop right, I am fine with my sons, man. My baby girls, they got their master's degrees. I am good. My mama never finished school. It's me and me. I'm just yeah, I'm just happy with that. And then the other thing, uh, is that October is here. I'm hoping October 1st it'll be available. But definitely maybe the first week in October. This is the app. There's a welcome page, and this right here is the contents where where the classes will be. I'm going to have online. I'm going to have in-hand classes where you'll be able to take a class, take a course, and learn more about money because that's what I teach is money and how to earn it, how to grow it, and to be in your hand on demand wherever you are on the planet, as long as you got a phone, which is like 6 billion people on the planet, and like 70, 80% people have a phone. So no matter where you are, you can get information about that actual financial literacy. So that's what so excited about that. And never know that a boy from 915 North Stricker Street in Baltimore, Maryland, could have something available like that. My mom's in heaven. I know she's looking down on me saying, that, that boy's doing something again. Uh, my dad, Joe Blake Sr., he's the original Joe Blake. He's in South Carolina. But he's still my boy. Sometimes I get upset with him, but he's still there. You know. Uh, so that's what I have coming out, and I think this is the last slide. Yep, this is the last one. So again, this has been the virtual book club, and I hope you gained some information for today. And so we're always looking forward to sharing more things about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I like to read. I read a lot. I do. I read so many books. There's another book that I'm reading that outside of this one that I may share next. But I do a lot of reading because readers are leaders, and it helps you gain more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you can share with others. Uh, so I create, reading is my life is a lifestyle. Uh, I just it's something that I picked up. Even as a firefighter, I used to read a lot. It was Firehouse magazine. I just I just like to read. Can't help it. That's the way I am. All right, with that is Dr. Joe Blake at the Virtual Book Club, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time here at the Virtual Book Club. Have a great day.